Welcome again to another course, another module, another video. In this video today, we're going to talk about product differentiation. Product differentiation is really important. And it's one of the things that's going to make it or break it for you. After you're finding a really good product, is the next thing that you need to do is basically make sure that this product has the potential to be differentiated and you'll be able to stand out between all your competitors. So it's really important. And as the same steps that we have, 15-step validation process that we have, that's one of them. And you need to make sure the product that you choose, you can differentiate, because you don't want to be me too product like everyone else, and you want to be standing out. So for me, differentiation is very important, and you need to do it. At the same time, we have Amazon FBA fees. I'm going to go shortly on Amazon FBA fees. I'm going to show you, for example, Amazon FBA calculator. I'm going to show you with Helium 10 profitability tab that they have, and you'll be able to judge it very well. I just wanted to be aware of Amazon fees, because you don't want to be finding a product that you're not profitable and everything is going to Amazon fees and you're just basically making sales with no money. And this is really, you need to know your numbers. It's really important. So let's go ahead and talk about type of differentiation. Type of differentiation, one, we have variation. Variation is like aesthetic, color pattern, style, fabric, quantity, multi-back. This is really a way to differentiate. It's not my favorite myself. I don't like to launch a product that has multiple variation. The max I can do is 3 variation per product. I don't like to get into the game of 6, 10, 20, 30 variation. Even that, it's really a good effective way of differentiation, a very good way of standing out and making sure that you're making a lot of sales. But it's a hassle to manage. It's very hard to do, to manage your inventory correctly, to manage your cash flow. A lot of variation, it's not for me, but I know a lot of people who are really successful with variation and they do it very well. But for me, it's not me. But if you find a niche, like for example, the way we talk about, hey, a lower price item with high velocity sales, maybe you can do that. Maybe you can say, you know what, I found this cheap product that I can source every color because it's not too much on my finances, it's not too much on my cash flow. Yes, go ahead and do it. It will work very well. I know someone who's does this kind of product, which is really cheap. He sourced them for $2, $3, but he has a lot of variation, a lot of colors, and he's actually making over $150,000 a month. And I know that I saw it by myself. I saw it with my own eyes. I'm not telling you of a story of my a neighbor of my mother's in Kuwait that she did that. No, I'm telling you the truth. I saw it with my own thing. So it is very good if you know how to do it. If as long as you know the downside, you're good to go. But for me, it's not for me. Me 3, it's enough. Now, the other thing is quality and design improvement. So easier to use, more features, construction material, metal versus plastic. So here, it's one of the products that you really, one of the kind of differentiation that you can do for your product to make it a little bit better. So for example, we have a product that actually is made out of stainless steel, but we found out that if you do it with, I forgot what material, not carbon fiber. It's like carbon fiber, but another kind of material that's really safe. It's easy to for flammability and all this stuff. Actually, I don't know if Megan can correct me with that. She knows the product. We just sent it to our sourcing agent, and basically the same product that we have. We just want to change it from metal to, oh my God, I don't remember, but it's kind of
carbon fiber? No?
Yeah, fiberglass, exactly, with fiberglass. Yes, exactly.
Oh, I didn't say that one.
But anyways, we changed it to fiberglass because we found out is actually more durable, is lighter, and is actually not as harmful as metal. So we're going through that process right now. We asked the supplier, see how it is, how we can change the material itself. But what we found out is by using fiberglass is actually really a little bit more expensive. So now we're just debating if is that worth, is it the profit margin supports this product? Are we able to do that or not? But if you change anything in the product, like, as I said, it could be the design itself. Like for example, if that's pen, I have it here, instead of having the cap made out of plastic, maybe I can do it for metal for more resistance. I'm just talking from my behind, but you understand the gist of it is basically changing something from the product that makes it more user-friendly or makes it stands out. The other thing we have is basically product and package size, product and packaging size. This is really, really important because when we talk about Amazon fees, when we come to a small standard size, is actually anything below 18 inches, it's really good. So a lot of times, instead of us only differentiating by looking at multiple colors, changing the material, or doing, let's say with the listing, is actually by just changing the packaging itself and make it smaller, you'll be able to reduce the fees by a lot, by really a lot. So if you go ahead and change it from the size, if it's oversized by 18 inches and a half or 18 inches and 3/4, and you're able to do it to less than 18 inches, you're really good to go. You'll be able to save $1, $2 per item, which is really important. At the same time, you can do the packaging itself. For example, instead of me using, everyone uses big box. Like for example, we're in the process of, there's one product that I'm really interested in. Everyone put it in a big box, in a box, which makes it really, really, it takes more volume, more Amazon fees. So where we thought of, hey, we can achieve the same kind of packaging by having a string bag. So a fabric bag with a nice material with our logo on it, and we'll be able to put all the products in and will be nice. So we'll be able to save in product and packaging size. But please, when you look at this differentiation, do not neglect, hey, I want to make sure that my listing is good, making my images is good, and then you do that. So do not say, hey, I don't need, let me suck on my images, let me suck on my listing and my copyright and all this stuff, but I will have a variation. No, it's not gonna sell. It has to be combined. Everything works together and in a good harmony that to be able to achieve the really, really a good result. So really pay attention to that. The other thing, we have bundling. Bundling, I think it's one of the things that I use the most. And as you see here in the photo, if I have the proofing basket, the bread proofing basket, the guy just went and bundled it with a few things extra, maybe a regular ebook, maybe he went and he put the lame, maybe he put, I don't know what's the door separator, whatever it is. He was able to bundle it. So adding value to an existing product. For example, if I'm selling a notebook, let's say I'm selling my notebook here. If I see a lot of people have a lot of demand on notebook and really a good product, I can add maybe a pen with it. So now having a pen with a notepad, which is something related together, you really can add a lot of value, a lot of perceived value, which is really going to help you a lot. So this is really, really, really important. It's the same thing if I am selling desktop and all of a sudden I can include a mouse with it. This is kind of bundling. It's really a very easy way of being differentiated, but make sure they are related together, really related to the same thing. Do not go ahead. For example, I'm selling a desktop and all of a sudden I go ahead and send them a toothpicks. It just doesn't match. It just doesn't match. Has to be something within the same niche, within the same product line that you can change. So pay attention to that. I see a lot of people say, hey, I bundled it with something else because I found it cheap. Yeah, but they're not related. So the person, the audience that you're trying to target for that specific product is not going to use the other thing that you gave them. So make sure they're related and do not be lazy just because it was cheap or something that, hey, they have an overstock and they have it right away and would like to ship it. It just doesn't make sense. Make sure that it's within the same niche and serve the same purpose, solves the same problem. Now, this is, I see this, I'm telling you, this is by itself, it's really, really, really important note and something you need to pay attention to it a lot. Do not bundle two good selling products together. Example, garlic press and orange juicer. I see that a lot. Someone comes in, and I did that mistake myself as well. Just horrible, horrible, horrible idea. Very mature. I didn't know what I was doing. Beginner, just trusted people, and was a very bad decision. Now, if I want to go ahead and sell a garlic press, do not say, hey, garlic press, orange juicer, they're the same. Both are selling very good. Let me put them together and I'm going to sell it. You're making a big mistake. Why? Because the product itself, they have different kind of keywords that target each product, so which is going to affect your indexing, is going to affect your PPC, your marketing strategy. Everything is going to be different because now if I'm selling a product how I'm going to write the copyright. Am I going to say it's a garlic press or orange juicer? You have to choose one of them. You can't say garlic press and orange juicer just because both of them have high search volume. You cannot do that. And also, if you come to indexing and Amazon sees that people who are looking for garlic press, they click on your product, even has orange juicer, then orange juicer hits the garlic press, it messed up all your indexing. And what happened? You have a product, we have a listing that really de-indexed for a lot of good keywords, and you don't know where you're selling. This is a mistake I see it happens a lot, and usually cost you a lot of money, because you just have products that really from two different worlds, and you're trying to make it happen. The same thing is going to be a problem with your marketing. What are you marketing exactly? What kind of keywords? The keywords that you're going to target, garlic press or orange juicer, both of them, they're going to be, since they're selling very well, they're going to have a very high cost, very high CPC, very high cost per click, and you don't want that to happen. So it's very important. Do not do two good selling products together just because they're selling well and they're in the same home and kitchen. Do not do that. It's really bad idea and will cost you a lot of money. So you need to be focused. What are you selling? So you'll be able to identify it well. We'll be able to explain it well. So Amazon can know what kind of product, and we'll be able to get the juice of the ranking we need for that specific product. So do not bundle two products. I hope that was really important. Now, customization, it's one of the best type of differentiation and also the worst type of differentiation, because or you make it or you're going to fail. One out of the two. Because what happened is, a lot of us, we watch Elon Musk, we see Jeff Bezos, we see Bill Gates, and we're sitting there as like, if they can make it, we can make it. I just watched 5 minutes of YouTube motivation video and told me you can pursue your dreams. And all of a sudden, my schmuck brain comes up and says, you know what? I want to be Elon Musk. You're not going to be Elon Musk. And if you're Elon Musk, you would be Elon Musk, but you're not. It's two different type of strengths, two different kind of mentality. This person, Elon Musk, and those people, they're just different kind of breed. I cannot be Michael Jordan. Okay, I cannot be the next Kobe Bryant. It's not going to happen. So customization, when you do it, make sure you validate the product so well and you know that people really want that product. So when you do customization, I'd really rather, instead of launching it on Amazon without knowing exactly if people are gonna like it or not, you can do a test run, which is gonna cost you money because you're going to do tooling, molds, you're gonna do a lot of things, which is gonna cost you $5,000, $10,000, $15,000. And once you get the product as a testing, if it runs good, you're good. If it does run bad, you lost your $15,000. So whether you do a test for 50 units, 100 units, or secondly, you can go ahead a different route, which is different than I'm teaching Amazon. But if I had customized product, I'd go another route like Indiegogo, Kickstarter, somewhere where I can validate the product before I bring it to market. So don't play customization and just because you want to be different, and usually really going to bite you in the behind. But if you do it right and everything is beautiful, you can make a lot of money because you're the only person who's in that product. You are the first to market. You are going to have an edge over any competitor who's trying to copy your product, because they're going to take time for them to do the molds, do the R&D. They're going to do everything. Is going to take time from them, and also is going to be very hard for them to compete with you if you have a patent on the product, whether it's utility patent, whether it's a design patent, whatever it is. So customization, very dangerous game, but could be very profitable, or it could be really bad. For me, in my opinion only, I'm not telling you cannot do something. Everyone has different ability. My ability is different than yours. Yours is different than mine. You could be really high in, and that's how your brain functions. But I'm just saying for the majority, it's going to be really difficult. But what I think is the best thing you can do, get a product, learn the system, learn Amazon, bundle it with a product that related to it, or customize it a bit by changing color or adding variation, stuff like that. And later on will be the last step, which is going to be the one that you will customize your product. Okay. So now you got these, you got this type of differentiation. Now, how you can get ideas, which is really important. So method and ideas to differentiate and add a product to build a brand. We have first is frequently bought together, as we see here at the bottom, which is we see a lot. I'll show you how we're going to go about that. Basically, under every product, you will see frequently bought together. So for example, the example that we just saw before here, we have this product, the basket plus the two other things, and then all of a sudden they actually were frequently bought together. When they're frequently bought together, he combined them together and he sold them price. So he's selling convenience. If everybody buys the proofing basket, then they buy the lane, then they buy the chopper, whatever it is, it's really good bundle. He went and he made a good bundle that he's profiting from. The other thing you can do is Facebook audience insight. This is a really good way for you to find if the product has enough depth, if the product has enough audience that you can actually target, and you'll be able, if you get into this kind of groups or Facebook groups, you'll be able to get a lot of ideas from them about how you improve your product as well. So it's a really good way of doing it. The other way is keyword search volume. Keyword search volume, it's really, really important. So for example, if I'm looking for a product right now, and remember when we did our validation keyword process, and if I found one keyword that says, hey, roofing basket with lane and has 3,000 search volume or has 1,500, that's something telling you that people really like this product, and you need to think about it if you can change it. The same thing we did with the bed canopy. I showed you the products, and all of a sudden I saw two keywords that have each one of them 3,000 search volume, and it was in bed canopy for girls or girls bed canopy, and they had almost combined a 6,000 search volume. So that's another way of finding differentiating product. I'm telling you, this is really, really, really cool. So if you do this keyword research correctly, and you'll be able to find those good products or good keyword with good search volume and differentiated product, go ahead and do it, or go ahead and venture in it or look into it a little bit deeper. It's really, really, really cool. The other thing, we have negative customer reviews to create improvement. Negative customer reviews, I'm telling you, it's one of the most important things you can do. I mean, I'm giving you everything that you can think about how to differentiate your product. So for example, every time I look at my top competitor, if I'm seeing my top competitor has 4.3 star rating, if he has 3.7, 3.8, 3.9, whatever it is, that means he has bad reviews. If he has bad reviews, I can go to his bad reviews, and usually 1, 2, 3, and sometimes 4, you can read. The one-star reviews, usually, I'm not going to spread false news or fake news or whatever it is basically, I believe most of them are actually competitors, or people just don't like, they just bought the product and they don't like anything in life. But now you have second, third, and fourth. Usually, some people in the second and third, especially the second and third rating or 2-star or 3-star review rating, what they do usually, they really like the product, but there is something bothering about the product. That's something legitimate. So you need to look into it deeper and say, and be honest with yourself. Is that true or not? Is that true or not? Is that something that really bad? Is that my product that I'm sourcing right now, it doesn't have this issue? For example, I went and looked at the second, third review for the product that I'm looking at, and for the toys, and I saw this person talking about, hey, I love the product. I had a great time with my kids, but unfortunately, after 2 times of usage or half an hour or 1 hour of usage, right away, the product broke. It's not sturdy. It falls off. It breaks down. So now I thought about it. It's like, oh, you know what? That's something I need to ask my sourcing agent to see if they can do better. And I went to the sourcing agent. We got the sample. It's true. There's a lot of things that are really messing up, and we fixed it. And that's it. We're done. Now, the fourth review and people's 4-star reviews, you can tell me why you're doing it. It's good review. But usually you're going to find those things that people are very big fans of your product, of your brand, but they have one thing that, hey, bugged them. Maybe missing some kind of product, or missing a part, or missing insert card. I mean, they're not going to complain about instant card, but let's say is missing an ebook or missing something with the product that you promised but wasn't delivered because of a mistake from your part or from your supplier. And that's something that you can look into and see, hey, if there's something that you can change. Or some reviewers, they will tell you, hey, this product is amazing if it came in fiberglass, which is one of the things that I looked into. So keep looking at that, and I promise you'll be able to find good things. And Helium 10 made it very easy for us to find negative customer reviews. And it's something I will show you. I will show you, I will share my screen. I will show it to you. The other thing is Pinterest. Pinterest is one of the things I really use. I don't use it for product research as much as I use it for differentiation. So Pinterest, if you get the chance, you find a product, just go ahead and type it, and I'll promise you, you'll be able to find a very good ideas for differentiation. I really like Pinterest. Pinterest is really good for this stuff. It's a catalog of images and posts and pins, whatever it is, and you find really good ideas. And I really like it a lot, especially for differentiation. So let me get back here before we go to Amazon fees. All right, so now variation. We talked about variation. So variation, as I said before, it comes in colors and all the stuff, sizes, quantities. And you see here, like, for example, you see them here, like 9 and 10. That's the guy, he came with the same product, but he has 9 and 10 inches. So I have 9 inches and 10 inches. So different sizes. You can do different colors. You can do whatever you can. So you can see the variation here next to each other, and that's going to give you a good variation or differentiation that you can really do. The other thing, equality of design and improvement. I don't have an example for that, but you can, for example, if you see here, this design, for example, is very thick kind of basket. Each one of them, look how thick they are. And here they made them thinner. Maybe it's more durable. Maybe they don't flake as much. That's another way of differentiation, improving the design itself. Now, product packaging, this guy, he actually adding packaging. So these people have no packaging, or I don't see any packaging. This guy he added packaging. If it's over 18 inches anyways, and you'll be able to add packaging to make it more giftable, that's a really good way of differentiating yourself. So, and the new toy thing, and I know I put everything in it because I'm aware of the things that needs to be changed and differentiated. Since it's a toy, and I know it's going to be a lot of it giftable, I actually added a really nice packaging with it, with a handle, to make sure that someone can give it. Especially when, in Q4, a lot of grandparents, parents, fathers, mothers, they will send gifts to their nieces or to their, to other kids, or grandparents, send it to grandchildren and all the stuff. Buy it from Amazon, ship it to them directly. They want to make sure it's giftable, really nice thing. So that's why I do the packaging. Now here, packaging, you want to make sure, if I come to profitability size, if I see here, the upside is 10.3, is not more than 18 inches. So he's good to go. So even having a packaging and he's less than 18 inches, he still will be in a small size tier, large standard size. I don't know why is that. Large size just because of the pound. So he has more than 1 pound. So that's why it goes large standard size. But anything over 18 inches is not good. Below is good. And any larger size could be here or could be here. And that's how you change the packaging and make sure it's really, you play with it. I think one of the product that Nancy has, which is she's looking into, one of the things we talked about was like, hey, let's not do any packaging to this product, because if you put the product together, it's going to be like this. So imagine when you ship them, they're going to be box on top of box. So it's going to be, the shipping cost is going to be a little bit higher because it's about cubic volume. So what I recommended and what we thought about together is like, hey, let's put it in a poly bag, and they will be inserting inside of each other because they're basket, just stack them up. So it's going to take less volume to think about shipping. So that's one of the things we worked on, and we did it. And I'm very happy about it. The other thing, we have bundling. As we see, this guy, he made a beautiful bundle. Beautiful bundle. Exactly. He has the product. He has the packaging. He has the cover. He has the cutter. He has the lame. He had a really, really, really nice package. It looks premium. It looks premium. Like if I come here and I look at everyone else's here, they just don't look as good. I mean, if you go down right away, this guy grabs your attention. He just did it nice, elegant, I think, in my opinion. And I really like it. Then we said bundling, then customization. There's nothing here is customized. You can customize a little bit if you want, but this is how you do it. Now, frequently bought together. Let's get to frequently bought together, which is always you're gonna find them here. So under any listing, I usually go ahead to a listing that already mature, that already has a lot of reviews. I go to them, I come down because they have enough history, sales history that can tell me the data, and I'll be able to say, hey, this product, and they have two books, ebooks or cookbooks. If I go to someone here, for example, 1,566, which is enough reviews, you will see the data is different. You will see the data different. Why? Because they're been there for a long time. They have enough, they can make enough sales. So what happens, you will see everyone buys that with it, and comes up to $34.99. So the other guy, what he capitalized on, where is he? This guy, he did the same thing, exactly what this guy was asking for. Look, these, all of them, and he's charging $40.80. And is he making any money? Yes, he's making $33,000 out of this product, which he just launched at 65 reviews. I mean, I don't mean just, I mean a month ago, maybe 2 months or 3 months ago, but he made the differentiation and he capitalized. But that, after the fact that he has a good images, after the fact he has a good title, he has a good bullet points, has a good listing. Look, he has a good listing. He did everything that other people do. Is there a way for improvement here? Yes, for sure there is some improvement. But as overall, he did a very good differentiation and bundling according to what the audience wanted. Now, let's go ahead, and I want to show you how to go into Facebook Insight and how you can look at that. So now, if I come here and I have run my account in my business manager in Facebook, there's something here called Audience Insight. If I come to Audience Insight, which is, I want everyone on Facebook. If I come here and I take, for example, bread proofing basket, let's say, and let me go back here. And I come to interests, and let's see, bread basket. I don't know if you can find anything in bread basket, to be honest with you. Bread, let's see here, bread roll, bread panera. So you are actually targeting like making bread making, bread cooking, blah, blah, blah. So I would look for something that, you know, basically groups that they do a lot of biscuits, banana bread. They have even banana bread. Man, what's going on here? Okay, so new audience, 500 to 600,000. Mostly are women, 81% women, 19% men, which is, this is going to help you also to go ahead and target your audience. You know that they're 81% women, so you don't need to go ahead and target the men. Go ahead and 81. You're going to see the age they have. They have from 18, here's 16, 15, 14. Oh, wow. So you have here, look, this is really cool. So I know if I want to target the audience for this product, I go ahead and target people from 25, actually to 65, but the 65 and higher, you need to really target them really more, because the people who are making the most. So maybe here when you do audience, I'm not gonna pretend I am the master at Facebook ads, but if I do split testing, I will do 2 ads campaigns, one of them for 25 to 64 age, or I can do 25 to 54. That's one age. Target audience, and then the second audience is going to be 55 to 65 and plus. So 55 and unlimited, basically. That's really, really cool. You can do relationship status. Married people, they like to, it looks like, spice up their life, and they do bread together to make sure they spice up their life. I think if you're over 65 years old, that's the only thing you can do, is basically make some bread, and you know, you cannot do much. So I'm not saying, you know, about age or ability. I'm just saying, you know, no TV, nothing, make bread. The other thing we have here, college, high school, college, grad school. Oh, wow, that's cool. community and social services, education, here's the job title that they have. But if I go to page likes, which is cool stuff, this is something really, really cool. Really, really cool. Now, all this stuff you can target for your audience. Don't forget about that. But what I can do here is basically I can find, oh, like a Blue Apron. That's one of the categories or audience that I need to target. People who like to make stuff at home. They send you all the stuff that you need and all the food, and you cook it yourself. Is related. You have, all these companies here. You have Panera Bread. So you can say, hey, I would like to target people who are into Blue Apron. They're veterans. Whatever you can target here, you'll be able to find it. So this is really, 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 really cool stuff. And also here are the pages. So the pages, if I come here and see the page, I can see this page is very good. So I can actually, while I'm waiting to launch my product, I can connect with those people, say, hey, I just would like, I have a really good product. I would like to, for you to promote, or we can gather up or whatever and see how much you can pay them to come be influencers, and you'll be able to good to go. And you see they're doing here already. Sarah Best Brand, see more. What's that? So they send recipes. You can actually get recipes for your ebook from here if you can, which is really, really great. Like for supplement, I go ahead and I sign up for newsletters for every company out there. And when they send me stories, whatever, I can repurpose them. See how I said repurpose them, not steal them? Basically take them and repurpose them and see if I can use them for my email list or something. And yes, that's the audience. This is the categories. Here they tell you the locations as well. So here, if I compare it, we have people from Florida, United States. They're most, let me see here. Los Angeles, they're 1%. We have 1% New York, they're really interested into. So you can go all through it. You can see everybody here, and you can target them through location. The same thing, we have the top countries. If you want to sell outside of the States, you can do that. But this is how you find things. So you'll be able to target your audience. You'll be able to find more things about it. But let's get something a little bit here, since we're here. Let's say kayak. I don't know, kayak, I guess. Kayak. I guess that's the one. Okay, kayak is actually in the middle, split 50. I didn't expect women to be more than kayaking than men. And please, that comes from a guy who is basically, if I sit in a kayak, it's basically a mass of rock just beneath the, beneath the lake. But I didn't expect women to be more than men in this. But hey, this is actually very interesting in kayaking. I would think was men more in it, but I mean, I expect to be close, but not, this is still almost 12% here. So you'd be able to do the same thing, which is really cool. Let's see the pages. The pages are really cool. I like the pages a lot. Here I can look more into brands. I can look what they're doing. I can go to their website. Let's see what Shop Now has. Let me see the Shop Now. If someone specialized only in a specific product, that means they have done the research to see what else is compatible with the product. So if I find something and I see, hey, all people are selling a regular bag, insulated bag like the Yeti, but now they're coming with material type, duffel bag style. Hey, why not? That could be something I need to look into. Or these chairs, remember they popped a lot in our research, right? Those foldable chairs. Sorry, Big Bear chair. Hopefully it can handle a bear to sit on it. That's very interesting. Big bear, like me, polar bear. Let's see what happens. So that's where you really, you can dig deeper into your audience and you can look more. We did this, keyword search volume, we start negative. Okay, let's talk about negative feedback. So here, if I go ahead, so we got the audience. Let's talk about Negative customer reviews. Okay, negative customer reviews. They're basically here. So if I go here and I go all the way down and I'll look at my reviews. So I can go ahead, open each one of them. Let me go, bring this one here. So I open 1, I open 2, I open 3, I open 4. Okay, you can open 5 to make sure that the product includes what you want. So whatever the product includes, you want to make sure it's in it. Make sure that you read the 5-star to make sure that the product contains, I don't know, soft edging, the size is correct, and all this stuff. Okay, no splinter and all this stuff. But let's look at the bad review. The bad review, I can go ahead and look at them and I'll see what's going on. It smelled bad and was heavily splintered. Okay, so I need to make sure the material is not splintery, doesn't hurt anybody. So splinter, missing lame. So this is there's a quality control issue here. Quality control that when they bundle the stuff, which is something is going to happen, especially when you bundle product with multiple things. The person who's doing that and doing 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 10,000 units a day, he will forget 1 or 2. So it's going to happen. But we can emphasize if that something happens a lot and more than 3% or 4% of my product order, that's something I need to bring to their attention, to the supplier's attention. Hey, do not do that. I want to make sure everything is cool, blah, blah, blah. The same thing here. You can see pictures. You can see what does the splinter mean. Look, the splintery here a bit. You don't want that to happen. Way too many splinters. So here are the quality issues, big time. That's something we need to look at. The same thing you do with number 2. You see missing lame again. Didn't include bread scoring tool. So we had issue, splinter again. Number 3, it's okay, splinter, low quality, lame. So here, see, I like the product. There's splinter in it, okay, which is didn't bother their life, but there's like, hey, there's splinter in it a bit. And at the same time, they say, hey, low quality, lame. So whatever I created as a bundle could come and bite you in the behind if you go ahead and bundle the product with something else that's really lower quality. So instead of getting bad reviews on your original product, you're actually getting bad reviews on the freebie, and you don't want to do that. So pay attention to this and make sure the quality of the extra product or the freebie, it's really good, or the bonus item. Also here, a lot of times you're going to see, like, look at this guy. Look, this guy, he loved the product. Loved the product, but he had some good things to say. Pros: inexpensive. Unstable accessories included when actually included in the package. Wicker basket sturdy enough to last with light normal use. Then the cons. Basically, he did our job of differentiation for us. Liners very cheap. Sewing thread used to join sections very cheap, and all of the verge of splitting at the seams. Quality control lacking. Order 3 of these. 1 of them did not include the accessories, just the basket and liner, and 1 of the 3 liners had holes from the poor sewing. Some nails on the basket protrude too far and catch on things. So you see, you can find a lot of good golden nuggets here that's really going to help you. And you do the same thing with number 4. You see, like, they love it. The basket is great, but, and this is the stuff, the little things, they count in your product. It counts in your differentiation or the product to make sure it really stands out. Now, if you want to do it much easier, and if you have Helium 10, okay, you can actually, there's a review insight. It's really cool way. So if I come here and extract them all, I can see a few things here. Now, I can export it and gives me a file, and I can go ahead and sort them by the type of reviews that I need. So 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever. So if I come here, I can come here and say from the largest to the lowest. I can do all the 5-star rating, or I can choose which one I want. 3, 4. I want to see the 1 and 2. It's going to find you 1 and 2, and it's going to find you all the body, what's the main keywords, and all the stuff that's happening here. So the body, what it is, and you'll be able to find good things. But if you wanted to go ahead and do it the other way, and I come here, I do the same thing, review inside, and I just choose what I want. Let's say I just want the 1 and 2 star. I can extract it and gives me only 1 and 2, just to look at them very quickly here. The same time, what it does here, for example, when I come to analysis, it actually is going to tell me poor quality did not. What did not include what. So I can come here, open up what they mean by didn't what, and I'll be able to see what they meant by didn't. Proofing bowl did not come with a cloth or spatula. Okay, cool. So there's something here. Order 2 of these, the Lewis that wouldn't, and then you have this one. Remember, this is the long one. He talked about his life. Here, did not come with lame, very disappointed. Did not come with the scorer. See, so the lamb or the scorer or the knife, it didn't come with most of them. So this is something you really need to pay attention to. Now, the other thing, which is one of these things, which is really, 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 really cool, very cool. I love this. I love this one really a lot. Now, let's say I'm trying to do variation and I don't know which one is best, 9 or 10. If I go ahead and run my X-ray, pay attention to this. This is already another golden nuggets, or I believe it's a golden nuggets. Which one I'm going to launch? You have this one, you have this one. Both of them look the same. You don't know which one is which, and you don't know which one to launch first. Now, if this product has variation, I can say maybe 30% to 50% of the time, Helium 10 or Jungle Scout or Viral Launch will be able to find you each variation and how much they're making. Very rare. But if the product or the listing itself has been there for a long period of time and accumulated enough data, or the software accumulated enough data about the specific listing with its variation, we'll be able to spit out the revenue on a child level, on a variation level. But most of the time, you don't know how it works. You don't know which one is which. But if I have something like this, 181,000 or 127, so I know 181,000 is selling the best. But at the same time, you need to check in deeper with validation to say, hey, 10 inches proofing basket. If everyone's selling 10-inch proofing basket and there's like 50 competitors, and here I'm making 127,000, but 9 inches maybe has 5 competitors to 10 competitors, most likely I'm going to do the 9-inch because I don't want to compete with 50 people. I want to compete with less people, okay? Or maybe that's a new product to the market that I can really dominate with because nobody else has. But if I go ahead and run my review insight, which is I want all of them, extract, this is where you're going to find your game point. You get the ASIN, you get the other ASIN, you get the size, and you get the review counts. If the 10 inches counts for 13% of all the reviews, that means this is the newer product. If something 370 and higher, that means it's been there for a long time, and it's count for the majority of sales of the product. Since it has the most reviews, that means it has the most majority of sales. If it has lower reviews, that means it has lower sales velocity. So by here, if I go ahead and I'll really, very, very good job from Helium 10 on this tool. I really love this. I love this one a lot. Is actually I'll be able to know which variation is doing the best. And this happens a lot when it comes to colors. When it comes to colors or sizes, especially colors for me, you'll say, hey, which one's good, the green or the blue? And I don't know which one is which. And both of them being selling there, I cannot get the data. I cannot get how much sales they're making. I can base it on this data to say, hey, listen, if this counts for majority of the sales, that means the blue is a good one. Or the green has the lowest reviews, or it counts for less review share is lower, then this is the least favorite one. And I can work my way from, if I don't have the capital to launch the whole colors at the same time, I can start with the best one, then the second best, third best, and blah, 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 until I go all the way down. So this, trust me, really, really, really cool way of finding which child listing is doing the best. Now, the other thing we are going to talk about is basically the Pinterest. This Pinterest is very easy, very explanatory, I guess that's how they say it. Let's go Pinterest, and let's go Proofing Basket, and let's see what we have. So if I come to Proofing Basket, I can get ideas here. So I can go ahead, which is Proofing Basket looks like there's not much you can differentiate. I mean, you can differentiate with sizes here, like we see here, sizes. You can get a very good ideas about how your image is going to work. Like this one, you can, hey, after you use them and everything is done, maybe you can put them as a holder for whatever things that you do. You can have a really nice, good ideas for pictures. And actually we use that a lot, especially Megan and I, Megan, which is the one who does the pictures for us. And she really pay attention to what the main image should be and all the stuff. I come to Pinterest a lot to see what's the main image, which one is the best, which one is not the best. And I can go through it more and more. But here, for example, I have this one. I don't know what is this. French proofing basket, French wicker proofing basket, vintage. So vintage French basket. I don't know if that's a good differentiator. Our guy is here on Amazon. He's doing a good job. Here is the problem with proofing basket is not much you can differentiate, but maybe here we have this tool. Actually, this is interesting. The tool of cleaning tool. I don't see anybody doing cleaning tool. So a lot of people say, hey, I mean, I can come to this market and say, hey, if you don't want to have your product, if you want your product to last longer, your proofing basket to last longer and avoid any splinters in the future, this is a special tool or special brush to make sure that you clean your product or your proofing basket thoroughly, but at the same time, you will not damage the product itself. So that could be another way of doing it. So look into it deeper and deeper and deeper. But look, I just looked for 2 seconds. I found this price. I really think I would do that. The dough scraper, whatever it is, I would do that. Like if I want to get into this market, I will get that tool 100%, because I believe maybe the product, why has a lot of splinters, people don't know how to wash it very well. Or when they wash it with hard stuff and just splinter off. So I can add it, and also I can put it as instruction of how to maintain your product, which is really cool way of doing it. All right, so let's go back about Amazon FBA fees, and let's see what's going on. So here we have Amazon FBA fees. Now I'm going to go through the basics. Anything more advanced or you want to see really much more in depth, there's some links I'm going to attach here for you to be able to look at Amazon fees more in details. I just do the primary kind of the process of looking at Amazon fees, how much pick, pack, and fee, how much is the shipping, and that's it. Anything more than that and you want to be expert at it, go ahead and do it. But for me, I just do the simple. I really am a big believer of simplicity, and I don't think I need to learn everything about the business. I don't need to be a freight forwarder, broker. I don't need to be a sourcing agent expert. I don't need to be a Facebook expert, ManyChat expert. I don't need to be all that. If I know the basics and I'll be able still to make it work with my own budget and I still make the money that I need, that's all what I'm looking for, okay? But is there a lot of tricks out there? Yes, there is tricks. But for me, I stick to the basics. Now, Amazon FBA fulfillment fees. So we have Amazon picks, packs, and ships the product to buyers. So that comes with a fee. So picks and pack the product. So basically, when they're on the shelves, they pick them up, they get them from the shelves, and after that, they package them and they pack them. They put everything nicely, and then they will send them. They'll ship them the product to the buyer. So the process is very easy, but that all costs money. Now, we have storage fees, which is all of us, we're going to pay storage fees, and Amazon charges a fee for storing products in their warehouse. And I think all of us, we know we need a product that has good sales velocity to make sure we can avoid those hefty storage fees. There's some of them are come monthly. There's some that comes every 6 months, and there's some of them that come yearly. So you need to really look at them, and you need to make sure they're really that your product is not staying there collecting dust, and collecting debt and collecting fees. Instead, it's actually selling. And that's one of the things that in Q4, as all of us, we see that Amazon really charges way higher for storage fees, because they want to make sure they utilize every inch of that warehouse and make sure it translates into money. Since Q4, it's the most important quarter of the year, where the most of the sales happen. So they want to make sure they utilize every inch. Now, during Q4, storage fees are significantly higher to account for the premium on warehouse space throughout the Christmas holidays. And usually, I believe it's 4 times the regular storage fees. So if you were paying $1 a month, in this one, you're going to pay $4. So you really, really need to be very careful in Q4. Now, they have long-term storage fees, and that's what happens. Amazon charges a higher fee for inventory stored in their warehouse for over 365 days, which is a year. Now, long-term storage fees, you don't want to have your product more than a year. If it's more than 1 year in Amazon, you're in trouble because you're going to be charged really, really hefty fee. Now, that's why I told you the turnover is very important when it comes to a product. I would like to turn my product or turn the inventory that I have once every 3 months. So it means 4 times a year. It could be 3, it could be fine, but I like to make sure that my turnover really, I'm making the most out of my money and getting back money from my investment, return on my investment very quickly. And anything more than 1 year, you guys are not doing the business right. You're doing it as a hobby. If you're doing it for money, you're doing it to make sure you support yourself, support your family, support your habits, support your new launches or expanding the business. You need to make sure your turnover is really important. Now, referral fees, and this is referral fees. It's sellers based a referral fee on each item sold, and that's usually a percentage. It comes from 9%, I believe, to 15%. But there's one thing before referral fee, which is there is the 6 months long-term storage fees as well. So every 15th of February until the 15th of August is actually, there's 6 months of long-term fees as well, storage fees, but not as high as the yearly. So you have monthly that you pay, something very small as a storage fees. Then you have the second one, which is every 6 months, which is twice a year. And then you have the other one, which is a long-term storage fee, which is after 365 days over 1 year. Now, that's been said, let's go to referral fees back again. Sorry about that. Referral fees, a seller pays a referral fee on each item sold. And this is really important because Amazon, they make the money on the referral fee. So if they have the audience, they have the platform, they take care of everything for you, they need to take a percentage of that. So the percentage you usually, depending on the category, depending on the product that you're selling, it can come up from 9% to 15%. But usually the most I see is 12% to 15%. The majority of us are going to pay 15%. Now, items in some categories have per item minimum referral fee as listed below. For example, sellers pay the greater of the referral fee on fee or the per item minimum fee. So no, regardless of the product, if it's, I say 15%, and this product maybe sells for $1, Amazon's not going to take 15 cents on it. There is a minimum specific fee that you need to look at. And the best way to look at these, basically using Helium 10, using Amazon FBA calculator, which is I'm going to share with you, and I'm going to show you how to use it, which is most of you know how to use it, but hey, go over it again. Now, useful links, everything that I talked about. If you want really, really a lot of information, you have these two. It tells you everything here. At the same time, I have a revenue calculator, which is something we're going to get into here, Amazon FBA calculator, and also then we have Amazon fee schedule. That's another one. You go ahead and look into it a little bit deeper if you want. Me, I don't look at none of that, honestly. I'll just tell you how I do it myself right now. So now let's say, for example, let's go back and let's go to this product and we'll get it from here. So for example, if I have this product and I'm looking into selling this product, there's a few things that I can do very quickly. The first thing I do, so here where you have it is basically here. This is those stuff. So you have $6 Amazon fees, okay? So this is $16.80 that I sell the product. How much the cost of product? And this is the Amazon fees. This includes everything. Includes a referral fee, which is the 15%. It costs pick and pack fee, everything included. FBA fulfillment fee, everything, it's included. So now all what I need to worry about here, for me, if I'm making $10.80, I want to make sure that I source the product at minimum $5.40. As I said, I want to double my money. That's all what I need to do. So this is how I do my stuff. I look at this, make sure I have doubling my money. If I create my listing, I can look at the sales also over there. I can look at my When I create my inventory, I create my listing, you will see the Amazon FBA fees, how much are they are, and that's it. That's all what I do, honestly. If you want to be really, really genius and really you want to get deeper, you can go to profitability calculator, and here you can play. You can play a lot here. You can have everything you need. So if I want to play with my dimension of my product, as I said, way of differentiation, I can play with that. So here, if I put, let's say 20, look, I'm already way over. I'm paying a really good money here. Unit storage fees, everything here is just going to be ridiculous if I do it at 20 inches. So after that, I have the price. Now, unit manufacturing cost, this is how much you get the product for. Let's say we got it for $540. You know what, let me just go ahead and refresh that because I changed this and I ruined everything here, but let me go back. And make sure you're sourcing the same product. Do not go ahead and judge your profitability calculator on a product that has maybe 3 baskets. Choose the product that you're gonna launch. I'm gonna launch the same thing, 1 basket, the same size with few extras. That's it. I come here, again, we have 1040. I have the product, I have estimated time of storage. Is 1 month. I started Amazon warehouse for 1 month. Unit manufacturing cost here, I said 540. Okay. Now, cubic meter, this is for any regular parcel, regular shipping product by sea is going to be $200 per cubic meter. Now, if you do a cargo, okay, 20 foot or 40 foot is going to be cheaper. It's going to be 125. Sorry, 175. 175. And you'll be good to go there. If you really want to do a cargo. For example, now I just got a container, sorry, not the cargo, container, 40-foot container right now. Before it used to be $5,500, now it's $7,000. Okay, so that's still gonna save me money comparing to paying $10,000 for regular kind of shipping. So container makes more sense for me. Okay, so you can play with that. But most of us now for 200, unless you start getting with really, really high, you'll be able to go more. Unit cost per freight, it tells you, breaks down the 200. What does that mean per unit? $1.22. Now, actually here, I made a mistake. This is not right because this is the cost product I said, including shipping, including everything. Now, if I do 540 minus 122, that would be 418, I believe. So before 18, okay? Now, I come here. I really referral fee 15%, as I said. If you have any other cost you want to put here, go ahead, do it. For example, I'm putting into a warehouse like Unicargo. I'm putting in their own warehouse, and I pay $35 per pallet per month. I can say, hey, let's cost me 50 cents more. Okay, so I can put it there. Once I do all this, then I come here and I see exactly how much is going to be my profit. So let me go back here. So this is exactly what it tells me. I'm going to make $5.16 net during October, December. Since the storage fees are going to be higher, you're going to be making $4.80. So you're losing 36 cents. And here it tells the margin from January to September. It tells you the return on investment. So if I'm closer to 92%, which is, I always would like to be around 100%. That's why I say double. But it tells you how much is it during the regular month, which is first quarter, second quarter, third quarter are all good. But October and December, the fourth one, is going to be higher in storage fees. Because don't forget, there's monthly, there's 6 months period, and there's the yearly. And you'll be able to find all this data if you want about how much your storage fees is going to be. If you go to your inventory, you go to inventory, from inventory, go to manage inventory, manage inventory, then you go to inventory dashboard, then dashboard. Inventory dashboard, you can go ahead and click inventory age, and you'll be able to find the fees, when they're going to occur, and everything that you need. FBA calculator is the same thing. It's basically, if I have this product, I can come here, just take the ASIN, and let's say I'm here. I put the FBA calculator here, so put search, and you just basically type it. If you go here, Amazon FBA calculator, and you click on that, and then you go ahead to make sure you use US or .co.com. If you're selling in the US, put US. Then you come here. I just want to show you how to do it from the beginning. Then I come to my product. You know, I'm just going to put this one here. Okay, come to my product. I can come here, just take the ASIN and put it here. Click it. It tells me the product. And basically, you can see the item price. Let's say the product here sells for $16.80. So I'm here. You have two of them. Okay. Here, you have your fulfillment. This is when you do FBM. So fulfilled by merchant. Here, when you do Amazon fulfillment, it means you do FBA. So here we said $16.80. Then I'm going to come down, ship to Amazon. You basically, that's including the product. Let's say inventory storage one here. Cost of product, $5.40 we said. And calculate. This is going to tell me exactly what I need. It's net margin 31%. It's telling me that net profit $5.21. And also telling me all the other things that I need. How much is revenue, if it comes, how much Amazon fees, after Amazon fees and everything, how much you're making, seller proceeds, and then that's the net profit, which is you get in your pocket. After the cost of product, after shipping, after everything, Amazon fees, referral fees, pickback fees, you'll get $5.24. And that's it. This is how you calculate your own Amazon fees and referral, just to be aware of them. Now, if you want to go deeper, go ahead. I have the links. I'm going to leave them below. You'll be good to go. But now you have completed Mod 2, which is Module 2, I think was really long. But I think we covered a lot of things. We covered understanding the budget expectations for your private label product. Now you have realistic budget expectations, not $500 and you will be the richest person in the US. Secondly, we talked about explore categories and product to avoid. So what kind of categories and products that we don't need to look into, or as a beginner, you don't need to look into. The other thing, how we differentiate between trademark and patent. So we talked about the differences between the trademark and patent. What's a trademark? What a patent? What's utility patent? What's a design patent? At the same time, we want to deep dive into innovative product research and validation process. So product research, I think we have nailed it. I think we have done every way possible for you to find products. Anywhere else you're going to find any other ways of finding product, I think you should stop and focus on what you have, because it's more than enough. Anything else is just going to be smoke in the mirror, not worth your time. And also we went through validation process. I gave you the two best ways of validation process, the one with 15 step process. And also I showed you how to validate it with Excel sheet, which is a method that I really was happy to learn from a friend of mine, but I modified it, made sure that you really guys get the best out of the best, to make sure really, if you do that, you maximize your success rate. At the same time, now you have mastered the power of product differentiation. Product differentiation is very important for your product to succeed. And I showed you how you can differentiate the product with multiple ways, whether frequently bought together, whether using Pinterest, whether using Facebook Insight. And I showed you a lot of things that you can think about to help you in your product differentiation. At the same time, we talked briefly about Amazon FBA fees, what the fees that you need to look at, pick and pack fees. We looked at also Amazon referral fees, which is the most important things. You need to know your numbers to be successful on Amazon. Do not wing it. If you wing it, you will wing your business. That means you're not going to make money. You're just going to be enthusiast, or you're going to be a guy who's hobbyist, who just looking into, hey, let me get a business. I'm an entrepreneur. If you want to do that, everyone has his own goals in life, but I think you should be really focusing on your numbers. And unfortunately, that's something came to me at the end when I started making money. And I was like, hey, knowing how much I make, because I was in the dark. But since I did that, I was able to really do well. Now, what's next, which is we're going to see in Mod 3. And I'm very excited about module number 3. We're going to talk about how you find and communicate with suppliers, how to negotiate with suppliers, what kind of payment method you can do, how you do your inspection for your product, and when you do it, is it before, is it after? We're going to talk about forecasting your order, forecasting your first order, how much you need for reordering and shipping as well. We're going to talk about barcodes, GTN exemption, and brand permission, GS1, Is it the best barcodes or GS1, or is going to be third-party barcode distributors? We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about what GTN exemption, how a brand permission you can get if you don't have a brand registry. At the same time, we're going to talk about the sourcing agents, the pros and the cons, because I think a lot of you ask me about, hey, sourcing agent, let me give you my honest opinion on one is good and one is bad. And this is it. So I am really hope you find a lot of value in module 2, and I'm looking forward for module 3, which is going to be awesome.